All right, awesome. So everyone is here. Feel free to open the videos and keep the mute on, and as long as you are not speaking. But obviously, you know the drill after so long after COVID. We have a very exciting panel, the new economy. I think that new economy is something that connects to a wide trend that we see across the industry. It's something that maybe started more heavily with COVID, and we still see this momentum in the market. And since I know some of the companies that are going to that are participating today, I think that we're going to have some nice time. So we're going to introduce the panel, the investors that are going to be the judges over this new economy panel, and then we're going to move to the pitches of the companies, and later on we'll start the voting. So the first one, Eva from 3VC, if you would like to say a few words about you guys.
Yes, sure. Thanks for the invitation and happy to be here. So I'm Eva, one of the partners at 3VC. We are based in Austria. However, we invest across DACH and CE, focusing on the post-product market fit companies. Typically, I would say Series A, but I don't dare to say Series A anymore. So it can be also late C or early Series B. And we are excited about teams that really have the ambition to win at the global scale. So we love those teams that come here out of the region, but then go for the global markets. And having said that, we are an industry agnostic fund. We definitely have a slight preference for B2B companies, but we also love digital health and consumer. Looking forward to the pitches and the Q&A session. Thank you.
Awesome. DayOne, we have from DayOne, Zsolt.
Yeah, hi guys, this is Zsolt from DayOne Capital. We are a Budapest-based venture firm investing across Central Eastern Europe, having investment from Estonia through Turkey in over 10 countries. Typically, we invest in the seed stage, but we do sometimes late seed and pre-series A, but our sweet spot is around 801 million range. We also prefer B2B, but if you look at our portfolio, we even have a hardware company, so we are not afraid of challenges. Similar what Eva just told you, global ambition, that's a key when we look at founder. And of course, in our case, the founders had to have some tie to the CE countries. I'm also looking forward to hear the presentation.
Awesome, thank you. Michal from Lighthouse.
Hi there, I'm representing Lighthouse Ventures. We are one of the most active funds investing super early stage in the CE. We don't mind touching even idea stage, and we are also a bit agnostic with a slight preference towards B2B, as one of my colleagues said now, and we are still like believing in the idea stage. So even in these days, we don't mind touching companies without revenue. So we are the brave ones, and we are happy to see some colleagues that we are already cooperating with or in touch with. So thank you very much for inviting me, and look forward to seeing what we have today.
All right, Filip, you're next.
Yeah, I hope my echo is better. Good to be here. My name is Filip. I am one of the founders of Cherry Ventures, based here in Berlin. A little portfolio actually in Eastern Europe, but increasing portfolio definitely. We are excited to do more also in the region. My background, I'm a former operator. I was part of the founding team of Zalando here in Berlin, and then basically started Cherry with the idea in mind to build the fund that I would have liked to have by my side as an operator. We do seed first institutional investor in 2 companies. Have been investing for the last for over 10 years now, with over 10 unicorns in the portfolio, and hopefully many more to come. So maybe we hear some of them today.
Awesome. I see that we have a very relevant panel today in terms of the stages and so on, and the domains. That makes it even more interesting. We're going to start with the pitches. As I said before, we're going to go one by one with the companies. You have 3-4 minutes to pitch. Then we're going to move to questions coming from the panel. First one to pitch is Nadav. Nadav, I don't have the video on, so I hope that you are here. You're pitching next. Good luck.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. Just a second. I will... Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
yes, we do.
Okay, great. So Gorilla Link seamlessly connects any IoT sensor that's currently connected to cellular to the new internet, which is the satellite and space communication industry. So basically, we create an end-to-end solution that can help IoT manufacturers and the satellite service provider to connect any device from any type of industry to the internet using satellite communication. The number of IoT devices is growing fast. Every day, 1 million new IoT devices are going online. For many industries, with this type of connectivity, we can manage better the water treatment facilities. We can help growing better food and more food. We can actually connect more energy facilities to the internet, energy grids, solar energy. But the problem is that in order to connect these devices to the internet, you need some kind of terrestrial networks. But 80% of the land of the earth is not connected by any type of communication, not Wi-Fi, not cellular. So basically, for our customers, the IoT manufacturers, the service providers, it means that potentially they cannot reach 80% of the market they could reach if they had connectivity in these areas. So it's bad for their business, but it's even worse for humanity. Today, some solutions can rely on drones or tailored satellite communication, which are very expensive, or even sending personnel to get the data from the device in this remote location where you don't have connectivity. This is expensive and inefficient. My name is Nadav, and my brother Ron is the CTO and the co-founder. Together, we have 25 years of experience in both satellite IoT, RF communication, embedded communication, and cloud solutions. So we connect IoT devices to the internet in a unique way. Basically, the platform is a SaaS platform. So you log into the platform, and only by using this platform, we help our customers to connect to the satellites. It's a very unique and cutting-edge solution. We are working with multiple satellite service providers, which are for us partners. We are backed by the Israeli Space Agency, the Israeli Innovation Authority, space VCs, and the space angel investors. So our solution is an end-to-end software solution for satellite data connectivity. All of our platform is a SaaS-based platform. We're looking at a huge market of 4.5 billion IoT devices. The space industry is changing. By 2030, satellites space. Today, there are only a few thousands. This is the new internet. This is the new way we're going to communicate. Just looking at one industry, we're looking at the agtech industry, the precise farming industry. It's a $16 billion market. Today, as we see this industry changing, we think that Gorilla Link is the right solution. And with Gorilla Link, we actually create a better, we will be basically the protocol for connecting any IoT device to the internet using space technology. I'll be glad to take questions if it's now or later. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Great pitch, Nadav. Guys, feel free to ask the first questions.
Hi, Nadav. I just want to clarify. So are you also selling some connectivity module that needs to be integrated into the sensors, or how does that work? So what are you actually then delivering to the sensor manufacturers?
So we actually provide to the customer, it's our platform generates to the customer a unique connectivity solution. This is part of what we are doing. Yes, we have this expertise. So, but this is not a part of the business model. Yes, we at the moment we must provide them some kind of very unique design. But basically, this is what we are doing. We connect this unique design that enable the connectivity with our software and cloud. So in this way, it's basically an end-to-end solution. So it's a protocol, a platform to control everything, the device life cycle, the user management, the billing, etc., and the design that actually enable this connectivity.
Can you talk a little bit about your go-to-market and first customers? Like how far are you, like a little bit about your traction or like where you are with the product?
Yeah. So we have an amazing traction. We are working with companies both in the agtech industry, the transportation industry, the smart grid. We already have almost 6 signed contracts with customers. We already have a working first version of our product with 2 of our customers, basically. We are working with multiple satellite providers. I cannot say the number now, but I can say it's multiple. And yeah, we have a great traction from the customer side. We feel that there is a really big need for this type of solution, and with us, our customers actually can reach to the point that they can deploy the sensor in these locations. So I'm not sure how much roughly we talking to the customers. Instead of 2 years, it's something like 3 months of integration. Using us only in a few minutes, they can start adjusting their software in order to communicating using satellite. So basically, we reduce the cost, we reduce the time to market for our customers, and this is the great value that they have from us. And they also, our customers, using Gorilla Link, they can provide new products to their customers. This is also something very unique. We are going to, next week in the Eurosatory in Paris, we are going to launch a new product with one of our customers. It's I cannot say the numbers, but it's a very nice, later we can speak about it, but it's a very nice showcase that we can show with one of our customers.
All right, guys, we'll move on to the next speech. Thank you, Nadav. Daniel, you're next. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. Let me just share my screen. No, not this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. All right. So I'm Daniel from Vacat, which is a platform where companies can outsource short tasks to pre-vetted students, and then they can hire the best of them full-time. So how it works is that any employee of a registered company can create his or her own account. And whenever they have an intern-like task, such as benchmarking, market research, mystery shopping, translation, etc., they can post it directly on our platform. They can select the skills that are required, which we verify through our built-in assessments, such as Excel or PowerPoint. And students, once they pass those assessments, they can apply for the project. They can join a team for a day, for a week, for a month. It's entirely flexible and depends on the task. And when the project is completed, the task owner writes a feedback report, which includes how did the student communicate, how did he or she manage deadlines, and whether I, as an employee, think that that person is a good fit for the company. And that performance review is shared directly with the talent acquisition team, and they can use it to identify candidates for future recruitment. Our hourly pricing varies from $5 and $30 to $30 an hour. And it depends on the skills that students verify through our skill center and on the feedback that they receive. So basically, the better the candidate, the higher the price. That way, we can cater for both small startups who are just looking for extra budget-friendly help and large corporates that are willing to pay a bit more, but they want to get a more pre-vetted candidate for the task. We launched in January this year, and until now we have been bootstrapping, so the entire growth has been organic, but we managed to attract over 1,200 students coming from 34 different countries and 150 different universities, as well as 45 companies, which vary from small startups to large corporates such as Bain & Company, which actually used us 10 times in the past 4 weeks. And they told me that they plan to leverage us kind of on a regular basis in the future. So far, we've done 26 projects. So, I mean, it's day zero for us. 26 projects in the US, in Germany, in Singapore, in Lebanon, in Dubai, in Poland, etc. Overall, we've generated $8,000 in GMV. And if we count June as well, that would be $9,000 in GMV. And as you can see, tasks vary from market research to more complex things like developing a Power BI dashboard for a consulting firm in London. The way we make money, I mean, 20%, we take 20% of every transaction as a commission. In 2-3 months, we're planning to introduce a subscription fee for companies. And with a bit of scale, we are planning to start monetizing the recruitment data, because we will know exactly which students are marked as a higher potential by which companies, and we can just leverage that data because we collect it on the platform already. The team of 6, we all have between 6 and 10 years of experience in software development, marketing, product design. So we have all the capabilities in-house. And we are currently raising our first $1 million safe to scale up the team and to boost our growth in our core markets, so kind of US and Western Europe. And happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you.
So with 1 million, you aim to reach 20,000 like MRR. It's correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, we already see just one point. I mean, for example, with Bain & Company, I mean, they just joined, and in the first month they generated $2,500 MRR. I mean, GMV. And this was one person, and kind of they told me that they plan to roll it out for the rest of the team in the coming weeks or months.
But I would be curious to understand, but maybe it's too early to ask, is how do you think about your unit economics going forward? On the one hand, you are acquiring the freelancers, and I don't know how much vetting you do, whether you do then KYC and things like that to kind of vet the people that work for the companies. And then on the other hand, like how often do you expect that the companies will come back, just thinking really about your kind of gross margins?
Yeah. So in terms of unit economics, I mean, as of now, we didn't pay any like a single dollar to acquire users. It all came through referrals. So this is still undefined. In terms of kind of how often companies come back. So in terms of large corporates, so for example, when I was pitching to EY London, the director that I was talking to told me that his team alone could easily outsource around 50, 60 tasks per month. And this is one team at one company. Kind of knowing from my personal experience, I was a consultant for 5 years. So me kind of as one individual, I could easily get 1-2 projects per month, but then I would probably take few students for every project. And we've already seen that. For example, we have an Artifact, which is a consulting firm in Dubai. They outsourced one task, but they selected 2 students. So kind of we treat it as 2 projects, kind of on a money or GMV wise. And I don't know if I answered both your questions, if I missed anything.
Maybe, and I'm just curious to how much kind of a filtering do you have to do? How much resources do you think you will have to invest, right, to actually assure the quality?
Yeah, so currently what we do is, in order to become our user as a student, you have to have a university email address. So kind of this is our KYC. In the short future, we want to kind of implement, like you have to submit your student ID to make sure that you're continuously a student. And then in terms of quality, so the pricing depends on, you know, the skills that you pass and the feedback that you get. So kind of this is the core way that we are assessing how good the student is. The tests we develop in-house, so kind of we also control whether you actually know how to work with Excel or PowerPoint or Python. And then, you know, if someone wants to, for example, a corporate wants to be 100% sure that the quality of the task will be done well, then you go after those more expensive students who have been pre-vetted by someone else. And then again, you select 2-3 students for the same task. So, I mean, you get the recruitment rate data, but you're also 100% sure or almost 100% sure that the task will be done well because you got, you know, few students to do the same task.
Thank you. That was great. Next one is Sexsense. Roy, I think that's you. Good luck.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. Let me share my screen. Okay. So everyone can see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, perfect. Hi, my name is Roy Dror, and I'm the CEO and founder of Sexsense. I'm an entrepreneur for the last 12 years. This is my 3rd company. Sexsense is a digital health company that provides chat-based primary care about your sexual health. 43% of women and 31% of men are experiencing sexual dysfunction that can actually impact what they are going through in their daily life. And the problem is that we are trying to solve is that every day, millions of people seeking information about their sexual health and wellness, but they are struggling to find a personalized response or any kind of call to action, what to do. They don't know what's reliable, what not reliable. And we're kind of giving them this solution. So I would like you to meet Cheryl. Cheryl is our first AI virtual sexologist. Through a mobile app, people can easily start a chat with Cheryl by asking and answering questions. And this conversation allows our smart system to identify what they currently need. We can provide them with talking with an expert, kind of such as gynecologist, urologist, and certified sex therapist, information, products, and programs. For us, it's already happening. Since the launch of Sexsense, thousands of people have reached out to us with questions regarding their sexuality. And people actually report that we help them solve multiple issues that revolve around sexual health, relationship, and body image. We're generating revenue by suggesting our solution to our consumers, which is talking with experts or buying kind of products that we are recommending. And we're growing on a daily basis. The thing is that what we are trying to build here is an ecosystem that starts with a virtual assistant. So basically, people will have access to a lot of information regarding sexual health. Just imagine a health organization for sexuality. The market is growing and is growing fast. And since COVID started, we see it's growing very on much significant growth. The telehealth services and the healthcare services going to triple in the next 5 years, and Sexent have a huge opportunity to generate $410 million by 2026. We are a B2C to B business model. So first, as I mentioned, we are collaborating with or targeting consumers, but at the end, we are a SaaS model to insurance companies, healthcare providers, and even hospitals, which we are going to provide our whole ecosystem inside a platform in order to reach and help millions of people. Those are kind of potential customers that we are speaking with on a daily basis. Some of them are really huge, as you can see, insurance companies and healthcare providers. Our go-to-market strategy is influencers first. So we understand that many influencers that not just talking about sexuality or wellness, getting a lot of information or getting a lot of questions about their sexual health. And through them, we are going to reach many people as possible. And as we are building our expert of network, we are going to expand regarding certified sex therapists, urologists, gynecologists, and sexual health educators. We have competitors outside, but the best advantage that we have is that we are providing a solution very fast, and we are meeting consumers at their first step. As we are targeting Gen Z and millennials, we understand that the best solution for them is is a psychology solution, and not something that is based on medical or pharmaceutical, etc. And this is why we think that meeting the consumer first is a huge advantage.
30 seconds.
Excuse me?
30 seconds.
We are raising our seed right now. It's a $4 million seed round at a $12 million pre-money valuation. It will help us reach at the end of $1.3 million in MRR, and collaborate with at least 4 insurance companies or healthcare providers. We have built an outstanding team of domain experts, which combine certified sex therapists and professionals in marketing and technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Questions, guys?
Well, I can go. I'm just curious, have you been measuring now the user satisfaction? I saw that I think the retention was 26%, but I'm just curious, do they come back? How do they use this? Has that actually helped them?
Yeah. Actually, we see that people are asking between 1 to 3 questions in every session. And once we kind of identify what's the best solution, or we are suggesting the solution for them, they are coming back on a weekly, two weekly basis. Basically, we identify that most of the people that are coming back are starting a relationship or in a middle of a long-term relationship. So it's in between.
You showed us traction in the US and Israel. What about other countries, or this is your primary now?
So currently we are targeting the US market, but we are open to any other country in the world. We have a lot of requests to open our services in other countries. But we are, we are according to HIPAA and other compliance. We need to straight to the rules. And so in the US, we are starting with California and New York, and we see a huge market there.
Thank you. All right, we'll move to the next one. So Mariana, you are next.
Hello, glad to be here. So now I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you see my presentation?
Yeah, now we can.
Amazing. So hello, my name is Marina. I'm CEO and co-founder at Next World, and we give you a superpower to work from anywhere. Look at these numbers. Shocking, right? We live during challenging time. The future is blurry, but one thing is clear. We must be ready to work remotely at any time and from anywhere. And here comes the second problem. If you use unprotected internet, it gives the opportunity for intruders to find more and more methods to attack companies and steal information. As you see, losses can be significant. So how to defend your company before inevitable will happen? Let me introduce NextModem, your key to the digital office. This is last mile solution for your business that gives you protected access to sensitive information and detect unusual activity. And it lets you stay connected anywhere. This is a NextModem for personal use, where you can manage and set up your data plans and VPN subscriptions. And we already have a list of 3,000 future users that soon will have their own NextModem. We have a big story of our product from the idea to the real sample. Now, our main goal is to develop NextModem ecosystem and launch the first demo with real users. Cybersecurity is one of the hype topics nowadays, and it will only increase in future. With good protection, your company will save hundreds of thousands of dollars. Our competitors are professionals in their narrow and specific niche. In Next, we united security and connectivity to give you complex and well-protected solutions. We sell our B2B products to companies with remote workforce directly and through our security and telecom partners, while the B2C product will be sold through retailers and distributors. Having 2 team players in main team and 3 in advisory board, in sum, we have more than 30 years of experience to build and deliver the product. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have questions, I would love to answer them, and let's build the future of connectivity together.
How do you differ from software only security solutions that are already like standard features of many service providers?
Yeah, so we are creating not only cybersecurity as a software solution, but also adding our own hardware module. You can see it right here, that gives you not only your personal hardware key to the ecosystem, but also a global internet connection that you can purchase through your own physical SIM card if you want, and also through our own telecom provider, and have global, regional, or city-to-city and country-to-country data plans.
So it's like international SIM with a security device combined.
Yeah, it's kind of like both, not only both, but it's connectivity, security, and hardware token.
And who are you targeting with this primarily? How big are your customers? Is this more something for like startups and small firms, or you want to do this for like enterprise clients? For like, can you talk about it?
So speaking about B2B solution, right now we will target with more or less small companies to understand their needs, because what we're going to do, we're going to create a last mile solution exactly for this or that kind of company. They have their own security standards, and we want to give them not only like our basic solution, but also add some values for like exactly their purpose. For example, like banks, they need one kind of security. Like medicine, I don't know, places where you need to hide information about patients, they need other type of security. And after that, when we will understand the deep need of our like customers, we will grow with companies too.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, thank you too.
Gal, you are next. Good luck. Gal, we can't hear you. Maybe that's the because of the headphones. Not yet.
And now?
Yeah, now we can. Good luck.
Oh, perfect. Sorry for that.
No worries.
Okay, thanks for having me. So hey everyone, my name is Gal and I'm going to introduce you to Oversight. Let's talk a bit about the problem we are solving. Data sharing experience in large data management rooms like the one seen in the picture is extremely insufficient since it demands multiple pieces of equipment, workstations, and screens, what makes it immobile and very centralized. This room consists of multiple subsystems that are supposed to work together. They are very reliant on operator training and communication with each other. This can cause fragmented data, which can easily lead to loss of important information, and in some cases, for example, managing homeland security operations, it can actually cost human life. Jumping into our product, Absorber is a purely software solution, as you see in the video on the left. Its front end is based on any XR device. XR is for extended reality, virtual and augmented reality. I don't know if it's going to be clear from the video, but my hand is actually the controllers. It is based on a digital tabletop view, which enables different GIS layers and the ability to manage any map locatable device on top of it. Device can be drones, smartphones, IoT sensors, cameras, etc. And not only it enables this kind of view, it is also capable of putting augmentations of data on top of the real world, seeing things behind buildings, for example. It is also enable multiplayer capabilities, meaning that multiple users can manage the same things simultaneously, even if they are remote. Absorber consists of something we called collectors, utilities for connecting devices to our system. All device information gets into a core. The amount of data fusion logics that can be built on top of that collaborative information is endless. In the other side of the Absorber, we have the users, which are not only seeing the data, but also controlling it in a more advanced way using our proprietary SDK. Now, I want to talk briefly about the market size of AR/VR technology. In this entire field, the most obtainable market for us is the military AR market, which according to predictions, it will reach $2.8 billion by 2028. The entire AR/VR market will reach $252 billion by 2028, and the metaverse market, which contains a lot of topics in it, will reach $872 billion by this year. Regarding validation, Microsoft signed a huge contract with the US Army for almost $22 billion in order to ruggedize their headset for military use. Meta, Horizon social networks gain about 300K of users each month. This is amazing numbers. Now, we try to rank our competitor solutions using two main criteria. One is how much they are decentralized, and the second is how much they are generic. Our approach is unique in the market of data management, and although there are a lot of studies and articles show the potential of involving extra technology in that kind of systems, there is not yet a mature solution of that kind. Oversight established just in October last year, but is based in decades of combined experience of both co-founders who work together in the Israeli Prime Minister office on solving complex problems. Our advising construct are for highly experienced operational individuals and key opinion leaders that are familiar with such systems, and we leverage their knowledge in order to help us define better our system. We have major POCs conducting right now with the Israeli police and with 2 large drone manufacturers. We just returned from the Augmented World Expo convention in Silicon Valley, which is the largest expo in the world for AR/VR, demonstrating our system to nearly 200 people that passed into our booth. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Who is your primary customer, and what is the main use case that you aim with your technology?
Right now, we are, because the technology is too innovatable. It demands mindset changing of people. At the end, we want to be a smart city and controlling large amounts of data. But for now, we are focusing on UAVs operators, HLS market, which are more the early adopters for us. They are more ready for that technology, and it's easy for us to implement it in that field.
Are you fundraising at the moment?
Yes, we're just started our seed seeking right now. We're seeking for $3.5 million by valuation by 20. We're 7 people right now, software developers based in Tel Aviv. That's it.
Cool. Any last question from the panel, or we move on to voting?
Well, I'm curious. So, what it takes for you and for the customer to actually implement your solution? So, how do you deploy it?
It's a excellent question, because we went to a world that is built on standards like video, IoT are perfect protocols for that, for implementing these kind of devices. So we're using Android, iOS. It's started to repeat itself. Like in UAVs and drones, 80% of the market are in the same protocol. So it's easy for us to get into there and serve a lot of clients using that.
All right, guys. So that was great. Thank you all startups for your pitches. You all were amazing, but now it's the time for the panels to decide who is the winner of this panel and who is going to move on to the final panel. So guys, you have in the invitation, you have a link to voting. Please choose the winner of the panel. So you need to select who, in your opinion, is the number one company from this panel. After you vote, please mention it here in the chat that you voted, so I know that we can move on in showing the results, so we have everyone on board. Guys, good luck. I'll give you 2 minutes to decide. All right, we're missing one last vote.
Can I vote once more? I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah, sure.
Or I just write you a message.
All right, I think you just voted, right, Eva?
Yeah, so you can disregard that one.
Okay, let me see how we do that. Okay. Let me ask the team to send a new one. Can you send Eva maybe in private to Adriana, or who else you were in contact?
I'm sending it to Adriana.
All right, so send it to Adriana, and I will get to the final one. Let's see.
I sent you and Adriana an email.
Okay, guys, can you please revote?
You mean everyone?
Yeah. We don't want to announce the wrong company, that's for sure. So better to take 2 more minutes.
Oh, you all for sure will remember me.
It's fine. Okay, see that right now we have 4 votes. Make sure that we're all clear with the backstage. Yeah, you are saying that we're all done. Yeah, so I think that we can announce. Cool, guys. So I'll share the screen. That will be more nice. So ta-da-da! This is the winner for this panel, Gorilla Link. Well done, guys.
Wow! Woo!
Yeah, Nadav.
Thank you so much.
Happy for you guys. So we're going to see you in the final stage and in the final panel. Guys, I want to thank you all, both panel and the participants. I think that we had an amazing panel. It was extremely amazing. Both thanks for your questions coming from the panel and the amazing pitches. I think that all of the companies here that are definitely worth next round of financing. You have great pitches. And there are enough investors on this event that I hope that are going to chase you right after this event. So guys, thank you for your time, and I hope to see all of you in the final, in the grand final. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.